The Leap Foundation proudly presents the Meet the Mentor podcast with Dr. Bill Dorfman. Dr. Bill is a TV host, New York Times best-selling author, two-time Guinness World Book record holder, fitness guru, celebrity cosmetic dentist, and philanthropist who founded the Leap Foundation. Here's Dr. Bill.
Hey, Dr. Bill here. So we're going to do another Meet the Mentor with a very unusual company, and I'll have the chairman of the company explain a little bit why this is such a unique company. But before I do, let me tell you a little bit about Rajiv Shukla. He is the chairman of Carmell Corporation, a revolutionary bioaesthetics company. Over his 20-year career, he has served as CEO of 4 public companies and as a director on the boards of 14 companies. He's been involved with over 45 healthcare investments and over 65 billion in M&A. Rajiv has served as a managing director, portfolio manager at Morgan Stanley Investment Management, private equity director at Citi Venture Capital International, and led Global M&A at Pfizer's R&D division. He graduated with a master's in healthcare management from Harvard University. I've never heard of that one. Harvard? Impressive. And a bachelor's in pharmaceuticals from the Indian Institute of Technology. Welcome to Meet the Mentor. So,
thanks, Bill. Wonderful to be on.
I guess, my first question is, you've been involved with so many different companies in healthcare. What made you commit to going to Carmell and developing a whole new product line? I understand you have 12 new products. One of the products that their company is doing that was sent to me, which I will try. I don't currently use anything, but I will try this because it sounds impressive. But maybe you can tell us a little bit about what makes your company unique and why you think this company has so much potential for growth.
Absolutely. Look, I think the interesting thing about Carmell is that in a world of chemical skincare, this company is pioneering biological skincare. So what I mean by that is most of the skincare products in the market use chemical synthetic proteins, which is not found in any of our biologies. What we're doing is we're using biological proteins, which are known to be very active in our body's natural regenerative pathways. And so we have a bioaesthetic product in a world of chemical skincare.
And what's the goal of using these? I mean, let's consider this a fact that these will
Right.
be more effective than other things. Is the main goal of your products for rejuvenation, for healing, for youth, for what?
Absolutely, rejuvenation, anti-aging. And look, as any technology progresses over time, it begins with very rudimentary chemistry, right? Even pharmaceutics, drugs, medicines, they begin with basic chemistry. Take cancer medicine. You have chemotherapy, which is tremendously toxic chemicals. And then you've now moved on into biotech land where you have immunotherapy, which is using your body's own pathways to heal yourself. The same thing is happening in cosmetics. Most of the world has been using fairly basic chemicals to improve our appearance. And now we're moving into a world where we can use the building blocks of our own biology.
So you have currently 12 products in your product line. What are those products?
So we've got 2 lines of products. One is our Med Spa line, which is called the Carmell Secretome, which is our brand, Carmell Secretome. Pro Synergy, and there are 5 products there that are meant for use with various in-clinic treatments. So treatments that help improve your skin texture, your skin tone, underlying issues as well. And then there's a retail line, which is face and neck, under eye, and body. So we've got a fairly extensive pipeline of products for a company our size.
Now, you've been involved with this company as a chairman for about a year now. The company has about 7 years of history.
Yes.
Tell me, A, why you chose to commit to this company, and then B, what's your plan for growth, and how do you really want to make this company become successful?
Right. So, Bill, as you very kindly went over my bio there at the beginning, you can see that I got my start at Pfizer, and all of us, we tend to be influenced a lot by where we get our first break. And for me, working in Pfizer R&D, even though I went on to do other things outside of R&D, I've always been very science-focused, product-focused person. So the thing that attracted me the most to Carmel was clearly the technology platform. We have an amazing technology platform. There are 21 patents granted in the platform that we've got. It's brilliant science that was originally developed at Carnegie Mellon University, hence the name Carmel. So that was the first thing. Now, what we were able to do was take that technology, which was being developed for therapeutic use, for use in healing broken bones and horrific injuries to the skin, and apply that towards skincare aesthetics. And there are various corporate strategy reasons for why we did that. But I think the idea of the unique technology and the application to a very large business problem was the principal attraction for me. Now, of course, we have a brilliant new CEO, Kendra Bracken-Ferguson, who's got a background in commercializing novel products and leading companies like this. But for me, it was principally the science and the product angle.
All right, I get that part. So now comes the challenge, sales. Right?
Sales, yes.
So, currently these products have been on the market for how long now?
We've been in the market only a few months.
A
So
few
our
months,
strategy is focusing on doctors,
right?
more so than the retail market. And the reason for that is quite simple. We are not a marketing or a celebrity-led brand. We're a science-led brand, and we need to sell this product to folks who understand the science. People like yourself, people who've been to medical school and who deal with patients all day long, and who really value something that works as opposed to something that looks good on
Right.
paper. So we're
So,
focusing on doctors.
your go-to-market strategy is really to focus on doctors. I'm assuming you guys have clinicals and things like that you can
Yes.
use when you go into the doctor's office. So, but of your 12 products, how many of them are kind of over-the-counter products that people can
All
just
of them.
all of
So in
them?
cosmetics, if you're classified as a cosmetic, all cosmetic products are over the counter,
And
unless you have a.
are they for sale on Amazon or just on your website
Well, not
or
on
only
Amazon
through
because
doctors?
we're positioned as a very high-end product. But yes, we're available in retail, but we're available more so right now in med spas and doctors' offices, including in Beverly Hills, Dr. Leaf Rogers, and in Orange County, Newport, with Dr. Sanjay Grover.
What kind of advertising are you doing, or are you not? Are you just focusing on key opinion leaders like
We're
doctors?
focusing very much on key opinion leaders right now. We're doing a smidge of marketing, but our strategy is let's first build a footprint in the doctor's offices, have the doctors be our spokespeople, have their patients be our spokespeople, and then go out there with a broader marketing campaign. So we are at that phase right now where we're collecting feedback from the doctors.
It's interesting. I don't know if you know much about my history, but I invented Zoom tooth whitening.
I do,
And
yes.
because I sold that company to Philips, I had to sign a non-compete that expired. And during the pandemic, I developed a new tooth whitening product called Poof. And Poof is a tooth whitening product that's a strip. It's 37% more effective than the leading strip on the market in a 10-day in vitro study.
Yeah.
And even though we could sell that in dental offices, which we will, we found that our best response is actually through influencers and going straight to the public. I have not had a lot of success in getting doctors to promote this kind of thing. So, I think that your idea of going to doctors and getting them to support it is good. But I think if you really want to blow the lid off this thing, you might want to explore the influencer market, because here's the deal. Kim Kardashian is not a dentist. I am.
Yeah.
But if she says use this tooth whitening product and I say use that one, she's going to win. Like every time, unfortunately.
Yes. No, true. Very true. Look, the power of Kim Kardashian or any celebrity is undeniable. I think, it's a question of return on capital. So if you have the wherewithal to hire, a mega celebrity like that, which we don't, then, what is the difference between a company like Carmel versus a company like, say, L'Oreal, which is the world's biggest cosmetic company? L'Oreal has enormous financial resources. They could hire Kim Kardashian very easily if they wanted to, right? So our strategy has to be, if you like playing chess, we have to attack the undefended square. If the king is castle, you don't attack the king. So we've got to focus on those market opportunities that are sort of small or overlooked by the large players. And dermatologic beauty right now, as it's called, is the hottest segment. It's an area where, much like Discus Dental was acquired by Philips, and the question is, why couldn't Philips just do what Discus was doing? They couldn't. That's why they had to buy Discus. The same thing is happening in the aesthetics world. So a lot of small companies like Carmel come up with new technology, and the large companies acquire them because it's more cost effective and smart to acquire innovation that's proven versus taking shots on goal. It's the same thing as in
And
biotech.
also the customer base. The reason Philips bought us is because they had zero presence in the professional dental market, where they had a huge consumer business, right?
Yeah.
And we only sold to dentists. So by buying Discus, they basically doubled.
So one of your biggest successes, Bill, has been in selling products to dentists, right? To selling to doctors. It kind of proves the point, which is focusing on markets that large companies find hard to penetrate with retail marketing is a very smart strategy, because it's a strategy that does not require enormous sums of capital spent on retail marketing. So that's the sort of approach we're taking. My CEO has a tremendous background in retail marketing and in building companies focused on influencers. So it's something that she will activate, when she feels the time is right. But we very much appreciate the power of retail marketing. It's just a question of, apologies for keep going back to chess, but you've got to start with the opening, and you've got to open up all the lines. You've got to get the bishops and the knights out, and then we'll get the queen out. Hopefully that queen will be Kim Kardashian, but it might be some other queen. We don't know.
Right. Yeah, she's really, really almost unattainable. You can't even pay her. You need to give her over 50% of the company as a co-owner in addition to what you pay her.
Well, she's got a private equity fund now. So it's Kim's got a private equity fund run by a brilliant team. I think they're ex-Carlyle people. So really amazing setup. But I think, some of these ideas are very good. If a celebrity is leaning in where they genuinely feel that the company, they feel like equity owners of a company, That's a very powerful thing. So they're not just simply shilling a product because they're getting paid to do it, but that
Right.
they genuinely believe in it. So if you can find something like that, if we could find a celebrity like that who understands our science, tries it out, and it really works for them, and then becomes a spokesperson because of that authentic experience, nothing can match that.
Yeah. I'll bring up an interesting point too about working with celebrities. There's also this inherent risk in
Yes.
that if you tie yourself to celebrity X and then they do something completely stupid that
Uh-huh.
gets really bad national negative exposure,
Yeah,
you're kind of screwed too. So
precisely.
there's a little bit of a risk in that as well.
And also for us as a science-based company, we want people to remember Carmel for the secretome, not
Yeah.
for the Kardashian. Yeah,
Yeah, and the big challenge is just getting the message out, because
exactly.
we are inundated with so much. I don't know about you, but in the last week before the election, I got probably 10 messages every day on who to vote for. And we get inundated.
Yeah.
So having a great product is absolutely critical for success. But then the real challenge is getting the message out. And I think that, starting in a doctor's office or a dentist's office and getting their
Yeah.
buy-in and their support is a great way to go. And
Bill, it's like trying to have a conversation at a music concert. So if somebody's playing music on the stage and everybody's dancing and having a great time, it's very hard for me to have a conversation with the person standing next to me and say, hey, look at this product. But when I'm in the doctor's office, I can whisper. I don't have to shout.
right.
Right.
Well,
It's
you
it's a
guys,
place where distractions are limited.
you
So
gave me this face and neck lotion. So I'm going to try this. Tell
please do,
me
yes.
how I should use it and what I should
Yeah.
expect to see.
So we believe, there are three things that are very interesting with the product that you just held up. So one is we like to say this is a product that's built by biology, just as nature intended. It's not chemical skincare, it's biological skincare. The second is that it's complete care. So the product that you held up has 1,000+ proteins. It has biolipids. So our skin is made of it's like a brick wall, right? Our skin is a barrier against the world. The bricks are made of protein, and the mortar is made of lipids, fat.
Right.
So we're using the lipids that are in the skin, ceramides
Right.
and squalane. So it has 1,000+ proteins and peptides. It has biolipids. It has proteins, vitamins, minerals, botanicals. It's complete. And the last thing is we are very proud that we do not use 14 excipient classes. We call it the foul 14 in our product. And the reason why we're able to do that is because we have a novel formulation. It's called the micellar microemulsion. And that allows us to deliver all these complex proteins and so on, and allow it to be penetrated into the skin. So that's what the product is. Because all the complexity is in the bottle, the application is simple. It's the alternative to simple products with complex applications where you need
So
20
is
different
this a
steps.
one a day thing, twice a
You can
day?
apply it twice a day, morning and evening, and you will see, you start to see results within 3 days, but you'll really see results within 2 weeks. And the
And
first
when
thing
am
you
I
will
going to
notice
be,
is
when you say I'll see results, like what am I looking for?
the first thing that you will notice is that the pores, especially on your nose and your forehead, which are the most visible, they tend to shrink up and tighten. So you get a very nice, shiny skin. And what we've seen in clinical trials with medical grade photography, called Canfield photography, is that we see very significant reduction in blemishes and in brown spots, and a reduction in inflammation in the skin, which is the precursor of aging. So it's very powerful anti-aging stuff.
All right, I'm going to use it for 2 weeks and then
Okay.
hunt you down if I don't see big results.
Yes, come over to Miami anytime.
Is that where you are right now?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I'm excited for you, and I wish you the best of luck with this. It sounds like an amazing product. I'd love to see the rest of your product line. And you have a 20-year-old daughter. Check out Leap. I think
Yes,
she'd love it.
absolutely. Will do.
All right.
Thanks
Hey,
so
Dr.
much.
Bill, over and out.
To learn more about the Leap Foundation, go to leapfoundation.com or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Leap Foundation or on Instagram at Leap Foundation. Listen to the Meet the Mentor podcast with Dr. Bill Dorfman on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.